All of this wouldn't be possible without a group of people who dedicate their work life and their free life to this amazing, amazing march and day. So please, it gives me great honour to welcome onto the stage Michael Salter-Church, the co-chair of the Pride Board in London. Come on, babes, where are you?
Hi everybody, I'm Michael. I'm loving the fact you've all done your best to bring us the wonderful weather we're enjoying today. I'm incredibly lucky. I've been involved in Pride now for 5 years, and I've worked with the most amazing set of volunteers. So I just want to bring them out one by one, starting with Alison Camps, my amazing co-chair. And then we've got Polly Shute, who's the wonderful Strategic Partnership Director. David Bloomfield, who's our Finance Director. James Holt, who's in charge of Communications. Mohsen Zaidi, who's in charge of our legal team. And last but not least, there's one man who's been around the table for 5 years helping with Pride in London. He's leaving us after 5 years. This is his last Pride on the board, so give it up for Patrick Lister-Todd. I've just got a few thank yous I need to do, and then I'm going to hand over to Alison, who will also introduce a very special guest. I want to begin by thanking the Mayor of London, first of all. I want to thank Barclays, who are our headline sponsor. Yes, give it up for the Mayor of London. Give it up for Barclays. I also want to thank all our amazing sponsors who look after us through the year, the emergency services who keep us safe, Underbelly, who are our events producer, and the biggest thanks of all go to the volunteers. There are now almost 4,000 people on our volunteer register, and we need almost 1,000 of them helping out today. They are the unsung heroes of Pride, so give it up. And Pride in London is the UK's biggest free Pride, and that's really important. So thank you for all of you who've also contributed and put some money into the buckets as you come into the square today. We need your help to keep it free. And we still need Pride. We need countries working together to enable LGBT+ people to live and thrive and live the lives they want to lead. We still need the campaigners. We need the champions. We need the issues highlighted and the successes celebrated. And obviously this year is marking 50 years since the partial decriminalisation in England and Wales. And we need to carry on campaigning to increase the recording of hate crime, to improve sex education in our schools, and to call for equal marriage in the only part of the United Kingdom that doesn't yet have it, Northern Ireland. So if you've enjoyed Pride today and you think Pride matters, go to Belfast Pride on the 4th of August and join us there to campaign for equal marriage in Northern Ireland. Because the fights are not yet all won. We cannot be complacent, and it feels a little bit like intolerance is coming back. So we still need our activists, we still need you, we still need Pride in London. And as Pride has tried to do over the last 5 years, we strive to improve the lives of LGBT+ people in this city. So thank you for the support you give us. So keep on campaigning, keep the torch burning. Thank you for educating, thank you for encouraging, thank you for leading, thank you for supporting Pride in the greatest city in the world. Because, as we all know, love happens here. Alison.
Show me your heart signs. Everybody make a heart sign. Love happens here. Nice look, guys. Very nice look. I want to invite a friend out onto the stage. You will know her as the Knights are, the people who is protecting our LGBT+ spaces. Give it up for Amy LaMay. Thank you, Amy. Listen, I'm not going to talk for very long because I need to introduce somebody else. I just want to say thank you for coming out. You've seen this year that our campaign is about love happens here. We did some research earlier this year that showed that 2/3 of London's LGBT+ community live in fear of hate crime. That is unacceptable. We need to be able to live our lives free to be who we want to be, who we are, who we want to love. This is a great celebration, but it is also still a fight that we're in. We do live in the greatest city in the world. You stole my line. But we still have battles to fight, and that's down to all of us. That's down to all of us. So keep the faith, people. Right. Okay, that's enough from me. Right, I hope we're ready. Are we ready? We're ready. Okay. I want to introduce to you a great friend of Pride in London and a great friend of all of you, and more importantly, a great friend of this fabulous city. Give it up for the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan.
My name is Sadiq Khan. And now more so than ever before, I say it's with great pride, I am the Mayor of London! Happy Pride! I want to begin by saying this. Michael and Alison said, London is the greatest city in the world. And one of the reasons we are is because of the massive contribution made to our city by the LGBT plus community. So I begin by saying thank you. You know, today, this is the biggest Pride in London ever. And you know, don't we need it now more than ever? We've had a horrible last few weeks. We've had terror, we've had tragedy. And you know, the best antidote to sorrow, the best antidote to sadness, to bereavement, to hatred, is Pride in London. And you know, my message to you, if you're from the LGBT plus community, is you belong here. But you know, it's more than that. You aren't simply, whilst I'm mayor, to be tolerated or respected. Whilst I'm mayor, you'll be embraced, respected, and celebrated. And I tell you this, there's a reason why we are a beacon for the rest of the world. It's because of days like this. I want to say this. Michael and Alison reminded us today's day of celebration, but it's also time we remind ourselves we must never be complacent. The reason why we can celebrate who we are today is because of sacrifices made by people in previous generations. We owe it to them. We owe it to them to never be complacent and to always be vigilant. And so I say this, my message to the government is this. You may have made a deal with the DUP, but there'll be no backtracking on LGBT plus rights. There'll be no backtracking on women's rights. Now I want number 10 to hear 3 words loudly in a minute. And those 3 words are love happens here. Are you ready? We want them to hear it in Downing Street. Are you ready? We want them to hear it in Belfast. Are you ready? After 3, 1, 2, 3. They can't hear you in Belfast. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. London is the greatest city in the world. Have a great day.
Amy, thank you so much for joining us today. Obviously, you've got a very important role in regards to London's nightlife in Soho. What can we do to make sure it stays alive?
Yeah, well, it's important to know that our nightlife isn't just in Soho, it's actually all over London in every single corner of this great capital.
We're a bit biased at times, we shouldn't be, but it's everywhere, I get.
It is everywhere, but that's part of my job, is to make sure that everybody does know that it's everywhere. And I know Soho's particularly keen to share the nightlife love with other boroughs. And so my role is, I probably have the best job in the world. People often ask me, is it really the best job in the world? It really is the best job in the world.
So what's the best bit about it?
I think the best bit about it is being able to affect change and to see a change in people's attitudes towards life at night. We've just been doing a big project in the lead up to Pride around LGBT venues, and we know that we have lost here in London 58% of our LGBT venues in the past 10 years. The mayor agrees with me that this is completely and totally unacceptable. So we put together an action plan to try and help.
What kind of actions can you do at the moment?
A number of things. He's asked me to set up a mediation service at City Hall. So I'll be mediating between local authorities, developers, operators, pubcos, and owners to try and make sure that venues don't close and that they don't go for that change of use. You know, so that's one thing, the mediation service. We also have a 5-point LGBT venue pledge, and this is for places that want to open up new LGBT venues. What does a gay pub look like? We might kind of know that inherently. You know, well, you see a picture of Danny LaRue on the wall, or, you know, Madonna's playing on the jukebox and you feel like you're at home. But for, you know, that's not always the case, and we have to make sure that our diverse community is represented. And so we've got this 5-point pledge. And also we're going to be doing an annual audit of LGBT venues. So we know now how many there are in London. Every year we're going to be counting them. Every year we're going to be keeping track. How many have opened? How many have closed? Is our action plan working? This is something the mayor feels really passionately about, and he has tasked me to do it. So I feel really privileged.
It's great to see Sadiq here today, and obviously he is passionate about this kind of area, and the LGBT community is a massive part of London. London is very diverse, and we've got people here today from every walk of life. So it's great to see that you guys are helping that kind of area. I mean, London's not the only city having these problems, right?
No. London isn't the only city with problems around LGBT venues. You know, I would say to our brothers and sisters in places like Manchester and Glasgow and Belfast and Brighton to be vigilant, you know, support your local community venues in all of their diversity. If you see something, say something. You have to let your local councillor, or if you live in London, let me know. I operate an open door policy. I really depend on the community to tell me what's going on the ground. I get out and about quite a lot, but I can't be everywhere all the time, no matter how much I'd like to be.
And I love this because this is like the Pride colours. You're all sparkly and you look fantastic. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Happy Pride.
Thank you.